Hello and welcome to my channel. Here I review movies and television shows. Today's topic is the film Juror number 2. It's a courtroom drama with a bit of a twist. The story follows Justin Kemp, a juror in a high-profile murder trial who knows the defendant is innocent. He can't tell anyone why, and must decide whether to help the man or let him rot. Jonathan A. Abrams wrote the story, and Clint Eastwood directed the film, which stars Nicholas Hoult, Toni Collette, and Gabriel Basso. Juror number 2 has all the basic elements of a courtroom drama and follows most of the same story beats. It does a good job of maximizing the drama of the situation with its characters and presents the case in a coherent manner. It's not the prettiest film nor the most flavorful, but it does present a dramatic tale that should leave you with a lot of food for thought. The cast also does a great job bringing out the emotions of the story and presenting them in a realistic way. Let's start with the story. It's a made-up legal case with a few fatal flaws in how it plays out, but it has lots of excitement in the form of drama. The case is about the death of a young woman in somewhat brutal circumstances. The defendant has a colored past, and there's several big personalities on the jury. They also throw lots of twists and turns in there toward the end to keep things going. On the other hand, the story is also a bit fantastical and has a few holes in it, the biggest one relating to how they ended the story. It feels incredibly cheap and like the writer got bored. The cast takes the dramatic moments of the trial and dials them up for maximum effect. There's 12 jurors, each with their own stereotyped personality, 2 attorneys on opposite sides of the aisle, a few independent witnesses, and an emotional defendant. The lead, Nicholas Hoult, plays one of the jurors and a new father going through a tough time. He starts the trial with a positive attitude, but quickly realizes the truth of the situation and starts drowning in despair. During the film, his character runs around caught between doing the right thing and trying to protect himself and his family. Most of the movie relies on the big emotions he feels as he learns the details of the case and is confronted by the reality of them. Hoult does a fantastic job emoting and gets to do a plethora of big emotional displays. He managed to make me feel empathetic for the character while also sympathizing with his situation. Gabriel Basso plays the defendant and gets to give his testimony a couple of times. Each time he knocks it out of the park and gives a tearjerker performance. Visually, the film is just a basic courtroom drama. We see a few witnesses testify on the stand, see a bit of evidence, and then watch them deliberate in the jury room. The deliberations are broken up by cutaways to the bar where the 2 attorneys are talking, or to Justin's house where his wife is spending her days. The big selling points of the visual journey are the emotional performances given by the actors. They did a good job of capturing them and putting them on display. That said, they weren't nearly enough to be considered standout. The accident itself is done in an applied manner through flashbacks and doesn't have much impact. Sound-wise, the film is fairly quiet. It focuses on the discussion at hand most of the time and only uses music during the flashbacks to the night in question and during dramatic shots of the characters contemplating existence. The music they use is instrumental tracks that appear in short bursts to elicit a singular emotion. Think of a big injection of sadness, regret, danger, or tension. They are good at the moment but aren't memorable in any way. The soundtrack as a whole is a bit barren and sporadic. Personally, I found the story highly entertaining and was hooked right up until the end. The ending was a little disappointing because of them skipping that scene, but it did throw out some interesting things to think about. The visual journey and the soundtrack aren't memorable, but they're competent. The cast did a great job though. Nicholas Hoult especially. He's so good at looking guilty. The way he dealt with the whole thing was fantastic, like a dying animal desperately searching for a way out. As for a rating, I'd give this film a 6 out of 10. Remember, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye bye!